see me alone. I have a guest with me to gist. It's not really gisting, but we're talking about something. I believe we've all gone through it at one point or another. I've got Michael with me today. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
So Michael is a banker. He has a lot of money to start with. So if you want to collect some money, just do what? Just his Instagram handle will be displayed on the screen. So just send your account number and it's going to pay you. Okay, we'll find you. So today I want to talk about depression because I believe at one point or the other we've all experienced depression or we've all been depressed at one point or another. And to a layman, I just feel like depression is a stage where you feel like things do not just make sense to you. And according to World Health Organization, it is estimated that at least 264 million people suffer from depression yearly. So I want to ask you now, Michael, to you, what is
Depression. To me, depression is more or less like prolonged sadness that turns to something. It's like a disorder. I feel like it's a mental disorder. Really, basically, that's just what it is.
Okay, so I want to ask you now. Sorry, I'm going to bring you. Was there any time at all that you felt depressed? Because I also want us to link this up with our personal experience, because that's the whole, reason why the show is going on. Because I don't just want it to be limited to talking about every other person. I want us to also, make ourselves as an example for people to learn. Because you don't know the message you're passing across to someone out there with what you're doing. And I feel like it's just 20, 30, 40 views that you're getting. But trust me, that 20, 30, 40 really goes a long way. So I want to ask you, was there any time at all that you felt depressed, like nothing was just making sense to you? And I know for you to, for anyone to be depressed, there are actually reasons, there are actually causes that are attached to you, because nobody will just wake up one morning and feel like, oh, I want to be depressed today. So I want to ask you, was there any point at all that you felt depressed, or you just felt like giving up on everything?
Yes, I mean, this has really happened to me once. It was really terrible, Now, what happened was, it was a transition point in my life where I was living one point A to the next point, and in between, nothing was making sense. And I was almost like, what's the next thing? What am I going to do next? Should I just end it all here? I was really, really sad because I really didn't know what to do and all of that. It's a personal thing for me because I have experienced this firsthand.
And I'm glad you said that, because I know, because people will look at you now and just assume that because I called you a banker, and just assume that you have
everything going well
together and you don't have any stress or feel sad about anything whatsoever it is. And I'm glad you actually shared that. For me, it was when I left school, leaving school. I leave school with a lot of expectations. Oh, I want this, I want that. And what happened to me was I actually put myself in the pause. I put myself under a lot of pressure because I said to myself growing up when I was a teenager, I said I wanted to achieve certain things before I felt certain things. So as the age was ticking in my head, I was saying, oh, I'm not doing anything. It was beginning to look like I wasn't doing anything. But what actually made me actually snap out of that whole thing was after I experienced it, and I kept telling myself like, what exactly is going on, what exactly is wrong with me. So I told myself like, oh, you just need to calm down and focus on the fact that there are actually a lot of things you have that a lot of people are actually praying to be have. So for me, I felt like I was backward, and for a lot of people, they look up to me as someone they see as someone who has everything all put together. So a stage in your life where you feel like you are on step 1. Trust me, a lot of people see you and they assume that you're in step 5 or step 6.
Exactly.
So you don't really need to put yourself in that box or put yourself under a lot of pressure like you want everything. I believe at one point, at certain points in our lives, there are actually some problems that we have and we worry ourselves so much about it, and they end up solving themselves. So we can't just talk about depression without actually looking. So I was having a conversation with my mom just before we started filming, and I was, she was saying like she was telling about someone who was said to have died, from depression. And I was telling her it's not possible for anyone to do this like without getting depressed. Putting into account that we are in Lagos. The traffic alone
It's depressing, like.
and the fact that you have to go from one office to another to get a job is enough reason for you to be depressed. So I know that's not the only point in your life when you get depressed. So I'd just like you to, tell maybe some stories around you, or some of the things you just feel like it's needed for us to just pass across, out there to someone watching this.
Okay, so some years ago, 2016 or thereabout, 16 or about something like that, I was in a relationship where things went south. Okay. And this person was, we have lived our lives together, you understand, for a very long time, and everything now revolves around this person. All of a sudden, this person leaves, and I didn't know what to do, because every other time, this person was supposed to be there, and now this person is no longer there. So, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I played games, I tried to do this, I tried to do that, but nothing was just making
and
sense.
what you were doing there was actually trying to escape and not fully giving yourself the time to
Exactly.
heal from what you were going
It was
through. Which I feel like that's what a lot of people do. They put themselves under a mask, they try to pretend like everything is cool, but deep inside of them they fully not heal from it. And also for most people it's about relationship. I tell people all the time, like, relationship is not a do or die thing, and I personally believe that it's not everybody that has to go through that phase of relationship. If it is not working for you, let it go. And I feel like at one point, I feel like looking for things like I want to have this, I want to have this, I want to have this is just too much to put on your head. Just sit down and let things play out. Just live your normal life, open-minded. Relationship is part of the reasons why people get depressed, and job to start with. You can imagine living in university. Now I know getting a job here is not easy, and I particularly said I wanted to film this with you because I know you switch from one job to another and to another. So what was it like for you?
Well, for me, it was not so bad like every other person experience. Why? Because I had some people in some certain places who would like look out for me. Do you understand? In Yoruba, they call them Ebo. We understand. So I had confidence in this people that when I'm moving from this place to another, they are just there to kind of cover for that period. Do you understand? Yeah. So for me, it was not really something that I would break my head about and kill myself because this thing was going to be a sure banker for me. You understand? But something else I want to talk about is the Nigerian factor, our society here. When we are experiencing depression, we don't know how to talk about it. We don't know who to go to. We don't understand what to do with it. You understand? And you tell someone that you're feeling sad, hey, you'll be fine. Don't worry.
I hate that word. It tell me everything is fine.
So we don't understand how to even go about it. We don't understand how to talk about it. We don't understand what to even do about depression. So,
and a lot of people, I also feel like a lot of people are actually shy from talking about it. And I personally feel like there is a reason for everyone to talk because everybody has their own paths to deal with, people feeling depressed. You don't just leave people and let them be by yourself. Always check up on your friends. Always make sure they are doing well. And I remember there was a time I was depressed as well. When I thought about this whole acid thing, I thought about everything. I can remember you called me around that time as well, and you were there to actually console me. And nothing was making sense. Right now, we left school February, and we're supposed to be back to school and we're done with everything. And just thinking about that and the fact that there are no answers to the questions surrounding me is making me. I'm just trying to make myself smile.
coronavirus.
I'm just trying to add then coronavirus. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of money. So I feel like everybody. I'm glad you actually said because some people feel shy about the fact that I don't want people to see me in my lowest time. I tell you, it's fine for you to cry. It's fine for you to feel sad about certain things. It's fine for you not to. It's fine for you. Don't just put yourself under a lot of pressure of saying you want to make sure you are fine outside, but deep inside, when you get back to, I know a lot of people that will smile outside, they smile in front of the camera, and I feel like it's the same with most of the celebrities as well. You see them on Instagram, they pose all looking nice, but you know, when you get home, you know, and we also put them in that space of them feeling depressed because they're constantly demanding for a lot of things. Oh, I want to, Naomi Campbell is not posting, why is she not posting? And then Naomi Campbell in her head, she's just trying to figure some other things out and just make them so, you know, I mean, it's a lot.
The thing is, one learns how to be actors and actress. You know, so when we are coming out, we put ourselves together, we wear the best cologne, we wear the best shoe, and we come out, you know, and we are slaying, we are snapping pictures and all of that. When we go back into our homes or into our closet, we just break down and we're like, what kind of life am I living? Do you understand? And the next thing it happens and you're coming out again with the same thing, you know. So we have just learned how to live with all of that. And it still comes back to that point because we here, we don't understand what it is. We feel like depression is a white man disease.
Yeah.
It's not a Nigerian thing. It does not happen here.
And most of the people that actually feel like they are not prone to being depressed are actually the most depressed.
Exactly.
So if there is always a reason for us to always talk about it, depression is real, trust me, it is real. And I feel like everybody, for there to be over 2 million estimated number of people that are depressed worldwide, and I'm sure that's not only the number, there are actually some other people that are even yet to capture in that their, you know, calculation. So it's
when I was depressed, they didn't capture my own.
They didn't capture me. So I don't know what we are doing. I don't know what we are going to do about it. So always, you know, the solutions to depression for me, I want you to hit on that. Just tell us what you feel like, you know, as solutions to people that are depressed. Wow. And how you, and because you've been there, so I'm sure there are things you actually do that actually make you look properly from that.
Okay. So around this period, I had high insomnia. I could not sleep at all. I was not eating properly. Like I lost interest in everything. Like so, at that point, I had to see a doctor. Actually, I went to see a doctor. You know, so he had to put me on sleeping drugs and all of that. They had to give me drugs to give me eat, and you know. So at that point, for some months, I lived on drugs from the doctor. So, and maybe because of who I am and what I'm exposed to, I knew what to do. Because I mean, I knew that this wasn't just talking to somebody. I had to seek clinical help, and I did that. And for those months, I was on those drugs, and after a while, I started getting myself back. And of course, you should talk to people too. So I talked to my friends. I tried to do things that would make me happy. You know, I just take myself out, call myself, and like that. I started getting my happiness back. Stuff like that.
I'm so glad we came here to actually share. So this is actually not something a lot of people are comfortable talking about. So I'm glad we actually shared your story. You know, I'm sure we can. I don't want this to be too long. That's why I'm just trying to buy time and just make sure I cover as many things as I can, because it's not just this thing is not just about me. It's bigger than my expectations. I just want you to be able to provide, you know, possible solutions to the things that we face as individuals, because it's a lot of, you know, things for us to handle. It's a lot. And for me, on my own hand, I would just like to say, like, depression is real. Never look down on it. Never feel like, you know, it's something that is not real, that is not existing. Never feel like you are too big to be depressed. Trust me, the rich people are the ones that are most depressed. It's not about how much you have or how much you have. Everybody can be depressed at any point or the other. So always ensure you talk to someone and make sure don't hold back. That's just one thing about depression. Then Yoruba people would say, "Bomi," like when you cover a sickness yourself, you when you cover a sickness, there is no way you can actually get solutions to it. I'm trying to remember the Yoruba, but I can't remember. So please, my Yoruba brothers, forgive me. So when you have a problem and you don't talk about it, it's a lot of, you know, there is no way you can actually get solutions to it. So thank you very much for watching. I'll tell you, please stay happy. make friends, if it's sports that makes you happy, just find something to occupy yourself with, be happy, and trust me, happiness is free. You don't have to pay any amount for it. It's your own choice. And I love you so much. Till I come your way again, I remain Mide Blaze. And if you want to follow me on any of the social media platforms, I am at Mide Blaze, and it's on Instagram and will be displayed on the screen as well. Bye bye. Bye bye.